Cebu City used to be a great place in the 90s, early 2000s. Chris is correct. American experts destroy Cebu City. You know, it's really, and that's kind of one of the things, like I was saying before, I ask other bloggers, do you have any kind of thoughts and feelings about responsibility in your channel? You know, does that ever cross your mind? Like, do you feel responsible for some of these people that are coming over here that are taking advantages of people, or just loud and obnoxious, you know, or just, you know, and so far, no, I'm the only one that carries that unnecessary burden, I guess. But there is that there for me, you know, like, I don't know, man. And I think that's too the other part that for me too, that I get upset about maybe other vloggers who are promoting the Philippines in a bad way, like sexpat bloggers, right? I just, it bothers me because look, you follow a channel because you're what, birds of the feather flock together, right? So you follow a channel of people who you can relate to, people who you can identify with. And when you've had some of these channels that are sexpat traveling around, that's who watches that kind of content, and that's who eventually comes over here. So, and that's kind of my worry with me. It's like, you know, and why I kind of moved away from some of that. But you're right. I mean, I think, you know, I don't know what Cebu City was like in the 90s or 2000s, but I can tell you that, you know, especially I think I've talked about this with when my interaction with Paul the last time I was there. He's like, Chris, I'm seeing stuff that I've never seen before with how Filipinos are interacting with us. You know, he said he had someone yell at him. He never had people. The Filipinos don't yell. You know, it's not typically, right. They're just, it's not that type of culture, and it's changing. It really is changing. And now that I can see living out here, and I've traveled a lot over the past year or two, you know, where I got out of Cebu City and traveled a lot. And, you know, as soon as you get out, you can see it. But again, though, too, and I've talked about this, you don't have to go far. Like, you could still be in Cebu City and enjoy some of that more authentic experience. It's just not so much in the IT park and the business park. You go up to Mandawi City. I mean, you even get out just even a little bit, and you can see more of that experience that we're talking about, where, you know, people aren't necessarily jaded. You know, you've got people that are traveling around this country not with the best of intentions. So it would be understandable that you would have Filipinos who don't really like us. And that's kind of what I think that what's happening here.